Hey beautiful people, today I'm going to be spilling the tea on how to make a beach bag set. This beach bag set includes a convenience pouch for all your travel essentials as well as a tote bag. I'm going to be showing you how to make this exact design, which has clear fabric at the top and a solid fabric at the bottom. Making these bags did not take me more than 2 hours. This is going to be super easy and beginner friendly, so let's dive into it. For this project, you need the following tools. Half yard of thick waterproof fabric, I am using Taslon. Half yard of clear plastic fabric, I am using the thickest kind. A 12-inch zipper for your pouch. You could also make the zipper longer if you'd like. Matching thread, a ruler and something to draw lines with, I am using a pen. Fabric scissors, a tape measure, pins, and of course you need a sewing machine, but you do need a zipper foot attachment like this. There will be 2 pieces for the pouch, 4 pieces for the body of the tote, and 2 pieces for the straps of the tote. If you are new here, I'm Gabby and this is Sew Quaint. On this channel, every week I teach creative people like you something new. If you're not subscribed yet, you are missing out. Fold the raw edges towards the center of the straps and pin them into place. You can draw a line down the center of the straps as a guide. Now take it to the sewing machine and stitch along those raw edges in the center of your straps. So you'll stitch down one side, then stitch down the other side, and this is at least 1/4 of an inch away from the center. And then you're going to turn it over to the other side and top stitch the edges. Once you're done, they should be looking like this, and don't worry if things don't meet completely in the center. Put the clear fabric and the Taslon together like this and pin them into place. Stitch along here with a 1/2 inch seam allowance and then turn the seam allowance to the bottom of the tote and pin like this. Now take this to the sewing machine and top stitch along the Taslon. With both of your pieces like this, you're going to fold them in half. If you'd like, you could use a pin to hold them into place and cut a notch at the top and bottom of both pieces. This is to identify the center of the tote. Measure 3 inches away from each notch and place the strap right there. Ensure that your strap is straight and not twisted, and once that's done, you can use one piece of your tote as a guide for the next piece of your tote in order to place your straps. Stitch with a 1/4 inch allowance, and then fold the top of the tote to the wrong side by a 1/2 inch and top stitch. This should hold the straps into place. Once this is done, the front and back pieces of your tote will be ready, and this is looking beautiful. Now you're going to put both pieces right sides together like this. Pin along the sides and at the bottom, and we're going to take this to the sewing machine and stitch with a 1/4 inch allowance. I must say that using pins may not be the greatest idea because it will put holes into your clear fabric. So if you want to put your pins closer to the edge or not use pins at all, definitely go for it. At the bottom corners of the bag, measure and mark 2 inches away from the existing stitches and draw a square like this. Cut along the lines of the square, and we are about to square the bottom corners of the bag. You can skip this step if you'd like, but if you want square bottoms to your bag, you're gonna reinforce those stitches that you cut, and then you're gonna put the bottom and side seams right sides together like this and pin them into place. You can open your seam allowance flat like I have it here, or you could just leave it as is, and then you're gonna go ahead and stitch with a 1/4 inch allowance. If you want to make your tote bag bigger, you can of course use larger measurements, and if you want the corners to be less squared, then you can go ahead and opt for a 1 inch square at the bottom corners instead of 2 inches. I know for sure I'm going to be making more of these bags in a bigger size. To sew the pouch, you first want to install your zipper. To learn how to do this, watch the video that's going to pop up right here in the top right hand corner. But essentially, you're going to be placing the right side of the zipper on the right side of your tassel-on fabric. Pin the zipper into place and stitch along the zipper with your zipper foot. Then you're going to turn the zipper away from the bag like this and pin it flat. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other side of your bag, putting the remaining part of the zipper on the right side of the fabric and stitching it into place. Now that that's done, we're going to top stitch both sides of the zipper. Pull your zipper so that your bag is open, and then you're going to fold both pieces right sides together like this and pin along the sides. Am I the only sewist whose cat loves being on their sewing table? Anyway, you're going to stitch along the sides and the bottom with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Once that's done, trim the raw edges of your pouch so that there's only a 1/4 inch left. And again, if you want to skip this step of squaring the bottom of the pouch, you can absolutely turn your pouch out and you're good to go. But if you do want to square the bottom of your pouch, then you're going to draw a square at both ends of your purse, just like this, and cut along the line. Reinforce those threads that you just cut. And then fold both sides together like this, making sure that the bottom seam and the side seams are touching, and then stitch along. You could always open your seams flat, or you could leave them as is. But once that's done, turn your pouch out and voila! You will most likely have to use a tool to push out one corner of your zipper, but once that's done, bam, you are ready for the beach. If you watched all the way to the end, I want you to comment down below. I can't wait to make this convenience pouch. Thank you so much for watching. Check out this playlist for more of Sew Quaint.